All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the weekend. Friday night. I was for sure we were done with Big League, and then I'm a sucker. What can I say? One of my local shops has a lot left and asked if I would take some boxes off their hands, and that's what I did. I said, okay, I'll take some off your hands. So we got a couple Big League breaks. Who knows? We found some good stuff in Big League. We could find some good stuff again. You never know. Anyway, welcome. Let's see the list. Especially for anybody who's new to the channel, welcome. Bit about us, we've been around for over 6 years now. We break mostly baseball. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading. We ship as quickly as our little hands will move. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Over on eBay, they continue to run their sweepstakes. There's no purchase necessary there. Go to any of our eBay listings, look in the description. You'll see a link there. Follow the link, do what it says, and you can win some free cards. Why not give it a shot? And then, of course, the World Wide Web, our little slice of the World Wide Web over there, chefsportscards.com. We got some Bowman breaks up over there. They're filling fast. We put up another one of the 10 Bowman Blaster random, $17.99 a spot. We're giving the Nationals away. I think there's 10 spots left in that one. And then we have a quarter jumbo case random team break with 3 combos in that. I think like 10 or 12 spots have already sold in that. So that's moving along too. So I am going to post a few more things, a few more Bowman breaks over there, and a couple pick your team guys. And then next week we're going to have platinum, and I got some other stuff too coming in. We got some goodies from last year coming in, some archives, some what else did I order? Archives and Allen and Ginter. So maybe we'll throw a few breaks up over there too. So go check out chefsportscards.com. All right, teams. There was a lot that didn't sell, but that's okay. Let's go over the ones that did. D-backs, Thomas M. Braves, Jeff H. Orioles, Eric G. Cubs, Thomas M. Reds, Tyler C. Guardians, Kyle K. Tigers, Marty W. Astros, Lee B. I think, am I saying that right? I'm sorry if I'm not. Angels, Robert H. Dodgers, Cole K. Brewers, John T. Mets, David B. Yankees, Eric G. A's, Dylan A. Phillies, Ben M. Cardinals, David B. Padres, Robert H. Mariners, Kyle K. Rays, Jonathan M. And Rangers, David B. All right. Let's open some cards. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, this like a week or so ago, this guy who I buy a fair amount of stuff from. He's not my main guy, but I buy a fair amount. He's like, "Are you still breaking Big League?" I was like, "Nah, not really." So we did a couple cases, ran its course. It was fun. He's like, "Yeah, I have a lot left. It's not selling." All right, I'll take a few. Let's see what we can do with it. So maybe it'd be good luck. Maybe. We'll see. All right, let's do this. Good luck, everybody. All right, Torque. Hunter Green. You have to get back into this. The last time we opened Big League, we pulled that De La Cruz auto to 25. That was a nice one. We actually pulled some nice stuff out of Big League. We always do every year. It's a fun product for an inexpensive break. And their checklist is remarkably good. I mean, not easy to hit them, but remarkably, they always have everybody. Harper and Torres. So, Signature Series Retired Player Edition came out today. I only got one case in, so it's up tomorrow night. De La Cruz rookie. So we're doing a full case tomorrow night of Retired Player Edition. To the Moon, Henry Davis. So if you're interested in your Hall of Famers and players from your youth, that's where you'll find them. Become a big leaguer. Inevitably, every year, someone always gets mad. It was 6 series. Always do. It never. Oh, I didn't realize there's just one card per box. Really? Like, they've been making this stuff for quite a while now. You can read pretty much anything. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's always someone every year. Yamamoto rookie. Goldschmidt to the moon. To the moon, Goldie, to the moon. Fred Bird and Haesung Kim. I am beyond exhausted today. I'm telling you. Burning this candle hard. Bobby Witt, good vibrations. Endeavors. Bowman is killing me. Although my son, I give him credit, man. He did sorted and packed all the breaks from last night. You know what drives me crazy about my son? He's the fastest sorter I know, and he barely does it. Like, he hasn't sorted cards in almost a year, and he's faster than I am. And I don't know how he does it so fast. I swear. De La Cruz to the moon. It drives me nuts. Like, I was up till like 4 a.m. setting up stuff for him to do, and I had to go to the cafe this morning, and he got up like an hour before I did, and he was already on his second one. Like, it was already. With the equalizer. What's going on here? All right. He was already on the second one, sorting and packing. I'm like, how do you do it so fast? I was like, I do it every week, and you're still faster than I am. He's like, I don't know. I just divvy up the cards. I'm like, you are shipping them all, right? You're not sticking any under the counter. He's like, no, of course not. What's up, Chris? He just like puts headphones on and listens to music, and he moves at like a million miles an hour. And I got to be honest. I mean, I pride myself at being pretty. I mean, I sort a lot of cards. You know, millions of cards I've sorted. So I consider myself to be pretty good at it. But he takes a 10-month break, and he's still faster than I am. I was at the cafe, and he called me. He's like, "You have any more for me to do?" I was like, "Well, yeah, I do, but I didn't think you were going to get through them all, so I didn't set them up." Like, he doesn't know all the cards that need to be top loaded and stuff, so I can't just, I have to like set them up for him. But I won't make that mistake again. Mason Wynn, rookie, and Correa. Chris, I wonder if John got to see the break from last night. I think we got to do another one of those. That was fun. There was a lot of cards. Bobby Witt, I can tell you that. A lot of cards. Kutch. But I thought it wasn't too bad. I think we did okay. Adley and Spencer Strider. For the Guardians, Jose Ramirez, a super rare. Kyle, that's a nice one. Future Hall of Famer, Jose Ramirez. On the super rare. Bloomer and Verdugo. Ba-da-da. Gunner to the moon. Jazz. Should have a blue in here. Yep. for the Marlins, Sandy Alcantara, rare. Rare. All right, Chris, what's the over-under on the autographs, man? You didn't. Fralick rookie. You didn't give us an over-under, man. But we're through one box already. We didn't have one. So we got 23 Series 2 half jumbo case coming up next, and then Bowman jumbo after that. 2? All right, 2. 2 sounds okay. I was watching this thing today. I don't know if any of you watch. I know there's not a lot of people here, but I am totally addicted to those like GQ things that are on YouTube. Like, they interview an actor about his career, like, and he talks about all his iconic roles in his career, or they talk to, like they talk to a real life like Army sniper about sniping in movies and what's real and what's not, and stuff like that. And GQ does a ton of them. Austin Riley, and I won't see him for a while, and then I'll see one, and I just like get hooked, and I watch him. Like, I like the actor ones a lot. I think, like I was watching the Seth Rogen one the other day, and I just think it's kind of cool when you hear from them about their experience making a movie or playing a character or whatever. But the reason I bring this up, Chris, what's up, Bryce, is they had a guy I watched today who was a casino manager and head of security for a casino in Vegas. And they were showing like Casino and 21, and and he was talking about like how people cheat and this and that and like what they do nowadays, and Jeremy Payne. And he's like, if you guys remember Casino, they catch the guys cheating, they take him to the bag, they bash the dude's hand in with a hammer. And the guy's like, yeah, no, we don't do that stuff anymore. But he's like, when I was coming up, he's like, I, worked with a lot of these guys. He's like, this is the way it was back then. And like, he was telling all these stories. It was really cool. Hopper to the moon. So, Chris, if you get a chance, just check it out. It was interesting how, like, some movies were so, which it always is that way. Some movies were so over the top, and then others, he's like, he was talking about that 21 movie about the kids from MIT who busted Vegas. And he was saying how that was kind of the most accurate with the calling people in and the casino, and the costumes. And you guys ever catch cheaters in your place, Chris? Baxter and Devin Williams. The funny thing was, he said this thing I found interesting. He said because there obviously are laws against cheating in Vegas or in Nevada or whatever, and I'm sure there are in many states now that everybody's got casinos and stuff. But he's like, to be honest with you, in the state of Nevada, he's like, you would be better off reaching over and grabbing a handful of chips and trying to run out the door, Junior Caminero to the moon, than cheating. He's like, cheating is frowned upon and is much more severely punished than if you just try to grab the chips and steal them. Yeah, you guys do catch people. What do you like at blackjack and stuff, or did they ever get card counters in there? I love that. Francisco Alvarez, a rare for the Mets. It's funny because the guy was saying he was talking about card counting, and that same that basic system that a lot of people know, where you plus or minus the deck. If for every low card it comes out as -1, for every however you do it. And he's like, he's like, everyone who works security in Vegas is a card counter. Like, you have to be to catch the people. And he's like, it's not illegal, but I can tell them never to come back again. They tried to, yes. You ever hand out a little cheater's justice, Chris? George Brett and Dylan Cease. Hit them with the cattle prod, take them to the back, and cut their hand off. Arenado to the moon. It's interesting too because they were talking about he was talking about poker, and he was saying like, everybody sees the World Series of Poker, and it had this real. I mean, obviously it's still around, but had this hugely popular run for a while there. I mean, it's still popular, but not like it used to be. And he goes, and everyone kind of equates like millions of dollars to poker, and he's like, that's not where the money's won. He's like, it's either roulette or blackjack. And I was thinking of you when he said that because I know you deal roulette, and he's like, I've watched guys many a times put out like $500,000 bets on a roll of the dice, or on the roulette wheel, or like I was just like, wow, it's crazy. Like he even said like they're betting my house on every time. You can do it if you're dealing. You can count the cards if you're doing. I would imagine you could. I mean, that basic way, the plus minus thing, and it does work. Because that was the other thing he said too. He goes, there's this wives' tale that you can't count into like a 6 or an 8 deck shoe, and he's like, it's not true. He's like, you can count into 100 deck shoe if you're practiced enough at it. Um, but I see those videos sometimes. There's a couple guys on YouTube who are card counters who they make videos all the time, and they're always constantly getting kicked out of places. And it's just like, it's not against the law, but we don't need you here. Ah, what do we got here? Dr. Collectible super short print. I don't even know who that is. I got to be honest. They put people on these I've never even heard of. Daryl Garner Jr. is known as Dr. Collectible from East St. Louis, creator of the term media ambassador of the hobby. A marketing genius and content creator turned businessman, sports cards has changed his life as he travels across the country, headlining card shows, trade nights, doing partnership. Huh. I don't know who that is. You guys know him, Dr. Collectible? These cards are usually pretty valuable, the super short prints. They're not easy to come by, but we'll random that amongst all you folks at the end. Dr. Collectible. See, look at that. We got a little something. We got a little something going. And y'all have a pretty good chance because I think only 20 teams sold, so 1 in 20 chance of winning. Frelick and Zach Geloff to the moon. It's funny too because that scene in Casino when I don't know if you know it well, but I've seen Casino like 100 times. One of those movies you just got to watch if it's on. And when the guy's cheating, when they catch him, and he says they've been knocking this place over for years and blah 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 and whatever, and he's like, and he says, I can tell the dealer's not in on it. And the guy stopped the movie and was like, he's right. Like you can tell, like he was. And again, this is supposed to be the 60s or whenever the hell Casino took place, I guess in the 60s. He's holding his hold card too high. So he's like, if you stand off to the side, you can see his hold card. And, whereas, he's just making a mistake, But he said it was pretty accurate. I found it interesting. So, anyway. If you ever get a chance or you're looking for something to keep yourself entertained, their GQ channel has some cool stuff on it. Now everybody uses the peekers, right, for blackjack to see the hole card. They have the little peeker mirrors or whatever. Jose Ramirez. Jeff McNeil. Matt Olson and George Kirby. Yeah. Pirate Parrot. And Hae Sung Kim. Devers and Pete Alonso. Domo arigato, Mr. Robot. Oi. Domo arigato, Mr. Robot. Domo. Tatis and Eloy. Of dealing blackjack? Why is that, Chris? I think blackjack would be fun. I think it's like anything else. You know, it's like any job. You know, like I look at it, I think being the dealer would be kind of fun, you know, but I'm sure it's got to get boring after a while. Let me ask you this, Chris. Do you take more pleasure in people winning or losing when you're dealing? Like, do you sit there and think, like, I got you. I got you. Ooh, there you go. For the Cardinals. Oh, Mason Wynn. Gold auto, 27 of 50. David, not bad for $6 team. There you go. Mason Wynn rookie, 27 of 50. Oh, it's boring. Really? Yeah, I mean, I guess. How long is a dealer out for at a time, Chris? Like, how long are they on a table before they switch dealers? Is it set? Is it like a set amount of time before they give you the whole? Depends on the day. Meaning, just depends on how many people you have to deal. What would the average be? Like, what would a usual day be? Like 20 minutes at a time, an hour at a time? Sammy, slamming Sammy Sosa. Frelick rookie. Hour to an hour 20. Okay. And when is that? Do you go on break or you just change tables or go to a new table or is it? And they do that what to make sure they're not like, well, besides the fact of giving someone a break, but like they don't want people in collusion with the players and got to bring it. What do they call the guy when the guy's like mush? A cooler. Bring a cooler in if they're having a hot table. Gunner and Dylan Cease. Dice is an hour. I bet if you get hot dice or hot table that hour, it can go by pretty quick. New shooter coming out. That's why I'd like to do it, just so I could say that. New shooter coming out. Ooh. Seattle. J-Rod, super rare. There you go. Okay. Some decent stuff. It's more to keep the dealers fresh. Yeah, understandable. Is it usual? I think I've asked you this question before. I think I know the answer. Is it usual for dealers to stick with the same game all the time, or do they change it up? Like, would it ever happen where you would deal like roulette and blackjack on the same day? I mean, I suppose if someone called out or you're severely shorthanded, but is that like a normal thing or no? Carlos Correa and Ortiz. And for the Dodgers, Clayton Kershaw rare. Jazz and Kutch. For Cole. Yeah. Slugger and Andrew Abbott. Max Muncy and Shohei. Ozzie Smith and Devin Williams. Box number 4. Need a number card and a gold. We'll have like one of everything. Oh. I really hope I don't collapse before the night's over. I'm so tired. If I just like fall face first into the camera, just give me a little time. I'll come to eventually. Corbin Carroll and Sonny Gray. Matt McLean and Christian Walker. Ended up driving home late last night. From the hospital? Is that where you were? Corbin Carroll and Yoshida. Is it a far way from your home to there? Such a crazy. That was that was like my neighbor. So my neighbor and our lawn connect, our front lawn connects, and Solaire and Ozzy Albies, and we just like take turns mowing the lawn, you know. And he's younger than I am. He's like in his early 30s or whatever. So usually at the beginning of the year, I like to let the grass grow really like tall, so it'll kind of fill in some balding spots and stuff. You know, I put down some seed and whatever. And I mentioned to him like, let's give it another week so some stuff can grow in, and then I'm like, I'll do it. And then he ended up doing it one day, and to be honest, I probably mowed it 70% of the time last year. So he's certainly into me, but. Anyway, so he mows the lawn and no big deal and whatever. And usually we do it like every 2 weeks. The next weekend he's out there mowing the lawn again. And I'm like, why is he mowing the lawn? We just did it last weekend. And I went outside. I was like, Jim, what are you doing? Why are you mowing the lawn? And he gave me this sign pointing at his wife. He's like, and basically said the same thing. She's driving me crazy. It's the only way I could get away from her is I'd be like, oh, I got to go mow the lawn. Wow, 5.5 hours. That's a hike, man. Jeez. What time did you go? Ah, look at that thing. Adley rare. For Eric. Really? That often? Huh. Nah, we can get away. It depends on how much it rains, to be honest with you. If it's raining a fair amount, then we have to do it every week. But nah, we can if the weather's like normal, we can get away with like 2 weekends, like every other Saturday. I mean, it gets a little long, but not, nothing crazy. But like for a long time, we used to try and trade off. Like I would know, like, oh, he did it last, I'll do it next, or whatever, And a couple years ago, that seemed to go by the wayside. For some reason, I was doing it a lot. I don't mind though. But like I said last week, he was just like, I had to do something to get away from her. It's like, all right. Buxton and Mead. Everything grows really fast in May. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Arenado and Pena. Caminero rookie, Swanson and Gallen. De la Greens. Sal Frelick and Dolis Garcia. Johnny. Did you ever see Free Guy? Every time you come on and say hi, I always think of Free Guy. Officer Johnny! Hey, guy. Don't have a great day. Raymond and Spencer Steer. Yeah, not in that break last night. That's for sure. John had a good one last night. Nico. I'm assuming you watched it, John. I don't want to spoil anything. Brett Rooker and Encarnacio Strands. What'd you guys think? Did you guys like the retail boxes? They weren't bad, right? More than I expected, to be honest. I didn't know what to expect, but I thought they were pretty decent. Nolan Ryan and Gunner. Yeah. Yeah, they were pretty decent. You know, like I said last night, too, if I would have gotten them allocated like they were supposed to be, the price would have been about 25% less across the board, too. Not that the price was bad. In fact, it was one of the reasons why I wanted to do it, because it was a cheaper alternative to hobbies or whatever. But I mean, if in the future they allocate it to me next time, I can do that as an alternative. Oh, I think there's a gold in there, man. I'm being clairvoyant. Let's see. Oh, come on now. Look at that. Legendary Ken Griffey Jr. for the Mariners. Kyle K on the $7 Mariners cleaning up tonight. Legendary gold. Very nice. Congrats, my man. Telling you can't go wrong with a $7 team in Big League. Torkelson and Torkelson. Yeah, no, I just we ended up 3 autos out of 5 boxes, which wasn't bad. I mean, especially, oh my god, another short print, the kid short print. This is the kid who won last year. That's 2 short prints we got. Man, we're gonna have some serious random to do. Of course, because I only scheduled 45 minutes, so it'll make the other one later. Yeah, no, I was again in consideration of price to a hobby box. Now, granted, I mean we didn't get autos in all of them, but you certainly got just as much out of the measure with a hobby box at half the price. J Rod and Yandy. And what did I say? Did we end up getting 28 or 29 hits? in total. Plus, there was a decent amount of Chrome firsts and stuff like that in there too. Like the big guys, like I think there was 3 or 4 Dylan Cruz. There was a few, like there was kind of like a couple of each, which to be honest has not been the case in hobbies. To be honest with you, become a big leaguer. Yeah, with the Lunars. But I mean, the Lunars, especially if you pull the top guys, man, they're not. They're nothing to sneeze about. You get a Dylan Cruz or Kyle Teal or whatever Lunar and grade it. You know, you'd be surprised. You can make a few shekels. You can be a little mini shekel fetcher. Mark McGuire to the moon. And Haesel Kim. Yeah, there was a lot of color. That's for sure. But again, I mean, even the auto thing, I didn't know if we were going to get anything. I thought maybe the retail autos, the 1 or 2 of them. So that was, again, in comparison to the hobby pricing and jumbo pricing and all that, it's not too shabby. We do have one more of these tomorrow night. Like I said, I bought some boxes off my friend to get rid of them for him. So that'll be it. So, and I believe they're, as far as he told me, they're all, I believe they're from the same case. I'm not sure. But he could have been pulling my leg. Who knows? Altuve and Verdugo. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean there's a lot of those top guys chrome. They sell for a few bucks. That's always the beauty of Bowman, with yeah, I mean don't get me wrong, I know everybody wants the big hit. Super rare Francisco Lindor for David. Of course everybody wants to hit the huge hit and blah blah blah, but the beauty of Bowman is a lot of times you can make a good portion of your money, even on a bad break. You can make a pretty decent portion of your money back just off of selling first chromes and stuff. De La Cruz, rookie, and Jazz. Oh, I forgot. Damn. Yeah, I was so tired last night, man. I totally forgot. Yeah, well, I'll throw an extra few in the next one. You got to remind me. Sometimes I get rolling, I just forget. But actually, it's funny too because they're sitting right here from last night. I had them sitting on the desk off to the side, and I forgot. Well, there's only like 10 spots left in the blaster, and so I don't know. We'll just throw extra ones in there. Oh, double Kershaw, another one. Two Kershaw blues. I know. It's one of those breaks, with the retail box. I mean, I liked it, and honestly, it didn't. It was only an hour or whatever, a little over an hour it took. But like when I thought of it at first, I was like 5 boxes. It sounds good, and then I started looking. I was like, wow, there's a lot of cards in these boxes, more than I expected. But I think it was good. I liked it. Geloff and Cease. I was going to look around tomorrow on Dealernet, see if anybody has any at decent price. If so, we'll put another one up. Corbin Burns and Manny Machado. All right, last couple packs. Crow Armstrong and Correa. Dinger, and Kutch. All righty. That is going to do it. I thank everyone for joining us this evening, as always. Couldn't do this without y'all, and I do appreciate it. We got some randoms to do here. All right. These guys. We got the Become a Big Leaguer cards, which will rando. So here's what I'm thinking. We'll do one random. The top spot will get the collectible, Dr. Collectible short print. Do-do-do-do. Do-do. Do-do-do-do. All right, so we'll do one rando. First spot, we'll get the Dr. Collectible super short print. All right. Second spot, we'll get the Ron Watkins short print. And then the next 5 spots, we'll get the Become a Big Leaguer, so the top 7 spots in total. And that's how we'll do that. Bear with me for 1 sec. Get rid of all the teams that didn't sell on the random. Let's see. No Red Sox. White Sox, Rockies, Royals. Twins, Marlins, Pirates. Twins, Pirates. Giants, Blue Jays, and Nationals. Giants. Blue Jays and Nationals. Okay. All right. So I got rid of all the teams that didn't sell. So these are them here. Again, we're going to random 7 times. Top one gets the super short print, then the other short print, and then the other guys. So here we go. 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and number 7. Oh, did it go? Did it go? Did that go? Number 7. All right. Tigers. Let's see. Where's my something to write on here? All right. So the super short print goes to the Tigers and Marty. Tigers. Congrats on that. And then the Rowan Watkins goes to the Mets, which is David. David Mets. And then the Become a Big Leaguer cards go to the D-backs. A's. Mariners. Orioles. O's and Cubs. All right. That will take care of all those guys. All righty. Let's go back here. All right. So, quick hit recap for 2024 Topps Big League Quarter Hobby Case Break number 9. All right. So, we had the super short print Dr. Collectible that went to the Tigers. And the kid short print of Ron Watkins, kid who won last year's. That goes to the Mets and David. They become a big leaguer. Cards also got random. They go to the D-backs, A's, Mariners, O's, and Cubs. And other hits. Blues. Rare blues. We had Alvarez, Alcantara, Adley, and Kershaw 2 times. Red super rares, Jose Ramirez and J-Rod and Lindor. Wow, we had 3 super rares. And we had a legendary Ken Griffey for Seattle. And we did have 1 auto. Mason Wynn rookie gold, 27 of 50 for the Cardinals. So there you have it. All right, folks, again, thanks so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. We will be back in 5 with 23 Series 2. Have a great night. Take care. Bye.